What is good, everybody? My name is Polo. Hope you're doing well out there, all right? And I have a request to check out some comedy, all right? And the title of this video is pretty controversial, all right? I think that might be what he's going for. Name a country we have defeated them, all right? It's got to be funny if he's bold enough to do a bit about it. I'm here for it. Before we get started, if you like this type of content, do me a big favor and like the video. If you want to stay up to date whenever I post, subscribe and hit that notification bell. Don't forget to share the video as well. I appreciate you guys. Let's get into it.
We have defeated every single fucking country in the world at war. Name a country, Gary. Germany, 1945, thank you very much. Yeah, right. Very recent, job done, twice in one century. If only they'd tried again around 99, we got the fucking hat trick. Another country, please. Argentina, 82, no help from no one else. And that, of course, was a war not for oil, but for penguins. Because we all know penguins are an essential ingredient in making Guinness.
Guinness is disgusting.
You boil them up, the white stuff floats to the top, job done. Another country, please. Another one, France, thank you. We're in 1815 Waterloo, we haven't heard from them since. Yeah, another one, please. Canada, yeah, Canada used to be part of the British Empire, which means they're an ally of ours. As you know, being an ally of ours counts as losing to us.
What? There's a few things impressive about this dude. First, that he can remember history like this, unless he was a history major or taught history. He looks like a history teacher. But also that he's drinking and he can remember it. I can barely remember my passwords, okay? I wish I had that kind of recall. But also he's funny. He has the whole, and it made me think about my, the couple of male teachers I had in grade school. They were pretty funny. You know, a lot of my favorite teachers were dudes because they just would incorporate comedy in their teaching. And he reminds me of that.
Why else are the Canadians so miserable? Another one, please. Hey? Spain, 1588, Battle of the Armada. Thank you, sir. We haven't heard from them since. Another one. Uganda. That was an African colony, of course, that at one point used to belong to the Germans. Then in 1919, the League of Nations, as you know, when the Treaty of Versailles, when the world was redivided, and the African colonies were partitioned, separated between France and Great Britain. And we got Uganda as a result simply of it being defeat the Germans. We got given Uganda, which sounds like fucking winning there, without even having to go there. Result. Another one, please. Another one.
Wow, that burns. He said, hey, we defeated the country that defeated the country, so it makes it ours.
Another one. Need to go to more pub quizzes, love. Another one, please. Hey, United States. All right, okay. You're thinking War of Independence, America finds itself free of Great Britain. Yeah, they see that as a win. We see that as a lucky fucking escape.
Right.
But let's not forget, in the War of 1812 to 1814, the Royal Navy sailed up the Potomac River, set fire to the White House, and the Americans had to whitewash it to cover up the fire damage, which is why it's called the White House. The Americans sued for peace at the end of 1814, even though they won a battle at the end of the war. The war's already over, the stupid fuckers were still fighting, even though they'd already lost. And that is America, and they've been working for us.
I love the way these guys say fuckers, you know what I mean? I don't know, it's just funny.
Already over, the stupid fuckers were still fighting, even though they'd already lost. And that is America, and they've been working for us ever since. Another one, please. Belgium, of course, is a creation of the series of treaties that came out at the end of the Napoleonic Wars, the fallout of Waterloo 1815. It was the Duchy of Burgundy, of course, and the Netherlands states were divvied up into two buffer zones in order to prevent any one single power taking control of the Netherlands, which is, of course, our dangerous flank between Germany and France, and we don't like European hegemony of one power, and that's why Belgium and Holland were cut up to two and a buffer zone created. And I think if you create a country out of thin fucking air, you've won. Another one, please.
No way he's really drinking that beer, all right? Because the way he's talking is like he's drunk, you know, but this guy is so sharp, you know, in terms of his memory here. And I also like that what's really funny about this guy is he studied history, okay, and he figured out a way to turn it into a talent, all right, and do it into an act, all right? That is really, really great stuff, you know, right? Because he looks sharp enough to drive, but he doesn't sound like it.
Italy, yeah, 1943, folded early, didn't they? Another one, please. Hey? China, Opium War, 1860. Another one, please.
Opium.
Hey? Burkina Faso used to be a German colony. I refer to my previous answer. Another one, please. Hey? Norway, they used to be the Vikings, love. We saw them off in the end, didn't we? And look at that, that's a come down. Once they were Vikings, now look at them, Norwegians. That's a fucking collapse, isn't it? From horny helmets to horny helmets. Another one, please.
Horny helmets to horny
Japan,
helmets.
we've got the Yanks to do it for us. Another one. Peru. What language do they speak in Peru, sir? Portuguese. No, they don't, actually. They speak Spanish. Yeah, which means in 1512, when Pope Julius XII divided the New World into two sections down the line of longitude 129, the stuff to the east of that went to Portugal, which is why they speak Portuguese in Brazil. The stuff to the west of that went to Spain, which means Peru was technically part of Spain when we defeated Spain in 1588, Battle of the Armada. So we done Peru without even having a visit. Job done. Can't argue with it.
What a sharp comedian. I'm typically not a fan of when comedians do crowd work. A lot of what I would call trash comedians do crowd work. They do it to kill time. They like to embarrass people and get the attention on them. Things of that nature. Like these are things I call like hacks a little bit to a degree. I've seen some really big comedians do that sort of thing. Versus this guy, he's actually excellent at it. You know, this isn't something that you can really write for. This is all, you know, charisma and intellect and years of studying and knowing history. If he was my history teacher, I probably would have remembered half of this stuff, you know, but didn't work out that way. But it was still entertaining. I hope you guys enjoyed my reaction to it. What should I check out next? Let me know in the comment section below. And got a question for you guys. If you can go to any country, what country would you go to? For me, it would be Japan. All right. And I didn't even watch anime, just love the landscape, love the culture, the whole thing. But that's my question for you guys. I'll be reading the comments. I appreciate you guys for watching. Peace.